shouldn't. Do I wanna wake up in the morning with someone new? Live life like it's a piece and break the rules. I wanna wake up in the morning. Let me catch my breath. I'm feeling stuck, and I don't know which way to run. I'm on a settled path, a one-way road, and I can't take it anymore. I started, I can't stop it, stop it, stop it. I'm done with feeling lonely, lonely, lonely. I know there's more than working, working, working. So go ahead and show me now. I wanna wake up in the morning with someone new. I wanna do the things they say we shouldn't do. I wanna wake up in the morning with someone new. Live life like it's a piece and break the rules. I wanna wake up in the I just wanna dance and lose control. Get me to London or Tokyo. My head's within the clouds, my body feels the pulse. My feet are saying round and round we go. I wanna wake up in the morning.
What it is, what is Heyy Boujee Crew? It's your girl Boujee on, and I am back with another daily vlog. This is like day 3 of 30, and as you all have seen, I got up early this morning. I did not get up at 5:30. My alarm rang. I looked at it, it looked at me, and I was just planning on laying there for a few minutes. Next thing I know, I was waking back up and it was 6:20. Nonetheless, I am not mad at all. I woke up in a good mood. It was still dark outside. It was still early. I was still able to get up and get stuff done. As you all seen, I was able to make my deviled eggs, do my skincare routine, made up my bed. I am feeling good, feeling great. Um, Took a few calls this morning, and then I spent a while on the phone with my mom and kind of got just a tad bit behind. It is 10:30 and I still have not gone to the gym, and I do have therapy at 2 p.m. So there is two videos that I want to watch on YouTube. So I'm going to watch those two videos while I'm at the gym because they're discussing some things I may or may not want to begin to apply to my life. First of all, I'm all ashy because my hands been in and out of water all morning. Lips chapped. Did not do a self check before I turned on this camera. I really wanted to just pop in and say hi to you guys. So I'm about to do a little more reading. I'm so excited. When I woke up this morning and I didn't sleep past 7 o'clock. First of all, I went to bed last night feeling good about today anyway. Like, I don't remember if I said it in yesterday's vlog, but I just had a good feeling about today, and I went to bed with that same feeling, and I woke up this morning with that same feeling. And I feel like I've seen it on social media. I feel like either my pastor or some sermon that I recently listened to may have said it as well. But it was just one of those mornings that it was 6:20. It was still dark outside. I felt like I'm not defeated. It's still earlier than what I used to wake up, and it was just one of those moments where I felt like I'm about to make the devil mad today. It is going to be a good day, and that's exactly what it's been. Like, I did not feel tired once I got out of the bed. I haven't been back in the bed. I haven't felt the need to lay down. I've had my morning tea, was able to make my deviled eggs. Didn't go to the gym yet, but that's on me because I sat down and while I was on the phone started doing some other things. But I'm not mad at it. Like I said, I don't have therapy until 2 p.m. It's 10:30. That means I still have a while to do that. So yes, I'm feeling good, feeling great. We are about to make the devil mad today because I'm getting things done. I'm already off to a great start. The weather is so amazing. Like, it looks so pretty. I have a meeting tomorrow. I got a phone call today. I'm excited about that. I'll probably tell you guys about that in the next few vlogs. God is good. God is great. Okay. So yeah, I'm about to do my reading. Then I'm going to go to the gym. I'm so happy that I'm not pressed for time today because I'm probably going to do more than a 20-minute read. And then I'm going to head to the gym, and after therapy, I'll probably go to a coffee shop to do a few things that I want to do on my laptop and also to edit today's vlog. So it's gonna be a pretty cool day, pretty chill, not doing a whole bunch. Y'all know random lint just be flying in the room or in the air. Like, where'd you come from? But anyways, I'm about to get to reading. I think I've pretty much conquered everything else I needed to do in the house this morning. Said my affirmations. Journal, prayer, gym. Amen, amen. Anyways, I'll pop back on to check in with you guys probably once I get to the gym. a favor and
Yeah.
taking a picture for me?
Sure.
Okay, it's recording.
You can put me in it too. I don't care.
Okay. Well, great.
Yeah.
You make content.
Yeah,
too.
like, so I want people to see my work, but it's this battle of like, kind of forcing content out.
You're right.
And like, and when stuff that you put a lot of work into doesn't go viral or doesn't be seen by a lot, you kind of like, you're like, should I, like, what is the point of all this stuff? And I made a reel about my favorite movie is What About Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Really funny movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's a comedy with Bill Murray and oh yeah.
So now I gotta look that up.
Yeah, it's a comedy, and I literally just made a reel of like Bob Wiley walking in New York City,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like swearing under his breath,
Mm-hmm.
and it got like 4.2 million views.
Oh my God.
And then so it was like I got like 1,600 new followers, and I was like, okay,
Right.
It was like, but I know, but I'm not gonna function just to make these like. It has nothing to do with my craft, you
Right.
know, but I was like, I'll take it.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah. So that was it.
Yeah, and that's
But
the
it's hard.
truth. Yeah, it is. It's the truth. Like, sometimes I'll go on these hiatuses because I feel like I just get so discouraged because I put so much into it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch things on YouTube to find out, how to grow my audience and stuff. And sometimes in life we can feel like we're putting so much work into something,
Yeah.
and we don't see the results that we feel like we should be seeing. And that can become discouraging. But in this season of my life, I want to focus on what I do because I enjoy it, and not because of the results, and know that the results will come later. Like,
people will be
school.
drawn to you if they
Right.
sense genuineness,
Mhm.
with your content. In school, what?
Like, we spent 12 years in school, but we don't,
Oh, yeah.
it takes time to graduate.
No. Oh yeah.
College, you put in all the work to get it, but you don't get the degree until later on. So I just want to focus on the enjoyment, and I know I have to pay attention to the numbers, but once I start doing that, that's what
For
can
sure.
be like.
Heck yeah.
But congratulations.
You got to show them the view. You got to
I
show them
will.
the sunset.
I
Okay,
will.
after. Sorry.
I just felt like this was a dope conversation.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be more raw.
Raw. That's the content I go for. Raw.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
So good meeting you.
You
Good luck
too.
to everything.
Thank
I'll give you
you.
my card.
I was just about to ask you. Tell
Yeah.
them your social media so they can follow you. Tell them what you do.
I am a photographer / artist. My name's Amy, and my Instagram is amy.semple, amy.semple.
Okay.
And no YouTube. I have a Facebook, but I have a photography on my Facebook, but it's not really, I don't use it a lot, so. But yeah, peace.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And the green is, I'll be in just a second. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. I completely forgot I was giving y'all a tour of the place and we started talking. So here goes the continuation of the tour. Good morning. I know. How did we get to morning, right? So last night, after I ate dinner, I was getting myself together. I was just feeling really, really tired. And so I'm like, if my goal is to go to bed early, I can't be continuously focused on checking off everything on my to-do list and then going to bed. I have to prioritize sleep and sleep hygiene. So I was trying to figure out what I was going to wear today, because I am going out later on, and then I also have a meeting at 11 o'clock. So as I was trying to figure out what I was going to wear, completing my nightly routine and all that, I just felt really, really tired. So I was like, tonight I am going to do something different. I am going to get in the bed, and then whatever I have to do tomorrow, I just have to do tomorrow, and we'll see how things go. I can't say that I'm trying to get better sleep, but I don't really make the effort because I'm worried about checking off all the boxes. I have to put my sleep hygiene first. So I hope you guys can pick up what I'm putting down. I hope I'm articulating that in a way where you all can understand. So with that being said, I did have to wake up this morning and close out today's vlog. So you guys will hear more about my night and how that went on today's vlog. So of course, I did write a couple of notes that I wanted to talk to you guys about in closing yesterday's vlog. Well, today's vlog. So first thing, one area where I feel like one area that I feel like would benefit me is if I just stop taking long naps, because I've always been a person that needed a power nap, right? And as we know, there's a sleep cycle, and after a certain amount of time, your body kind of goes into a deep sleep and you need to finish out that cycle, right? So with me taking long naps and then waking up, when I wake up, I'm still tired because I haven't allowed my body to complete that cycle. So I get a better bang if I take a shorter nap, because it truly is a power nap. What I used to do is I used to lay flat, like in a meditation pose with my palms up, listen to some meditation music. 9 times out of 10, I would listen to Nappy Keys on YouTube. He is a spiritual, plays like jazz gospel music in the background. I would lay flat, I would take a nap like that. I would set an alarm for between 20 and 30 minutes. I would wake up feeling refreshed and ready to move on to my next task. Well, now when I'm tired, I don't do all that. I just go to sleep, and pretty much I'm not intentional with it, and I pay for it in the end. So I will go to sleep, and pretty much whenever I wake up, that's when I wake up. Well, it's not beneficial to me, and it's not beneficial to my goals and what I'm really trying to do, because when I wake up, it takes me forever to get back into the flow. So I need to go back to taking power naps so that I can feel empowered and inspired when I wake up and I'm not struggling to get back into the new task. So I need to go back to a more structured life. funny thing is, I ran into one of my friends, Neek, today at the gym, and I feel like every time we talk, it's just such a great conversation. And she brought up just having more structure and how it forces you to do certain things because you know you don't have a whole bunch of time. And that is something that I really needed to hear, because I think it's so true. Sometimes I find myself not wanting to put certain things on my plate because I say I don't have enough time. And the truth is, there's been times in my life where I truly did not have enough time, but I was able to get more things done than what I am currently getting done. And so, yeah, I am going back to a more structured lifestyle. Oh, okay. So I randomly met some ladies in the coffee shop. It was a really good conversation. We're supposed to be going to a networking event next Tuesday. I won't be able to stay long because I do have Bible study. Due to the weather on this Tuesday, Bible study was canceled. And I didn't even mention this to y'all. I feel like on camera the weather didn't look as bad as it actually was, but schools were closed and everything that day. So we didn't end up having Bible study. So that's why, you know, I was just able to be in the house and finish doing what I needed to do. But upcoming Tuesday, next Tuesday, I will have Bible study. So I'll probably only be able to stay at the event for about an hour, but I still am going to go show up, see who I can meet, see what I can learn, and that type of thing. But long story short, one of the ladies ended up being from an area close to where I grew up, and our schools actually used to play against one another when it came to sports and different things. And she also went to a college really close to the college that I originally went to when I first graduated high school before I moved down here and completed. So that was cool. And just randomly asking people if they can take my pictures or record something for me has allowed me to meet more people. So sometimes you just got to step out of your comfort zone. You never know who you will meet. You never know somebody's background. You never know what you can learn. You never know the friendship or relationship that it could turn into. And then I needed to record, well, I didn't need to, but I decided to pop in to let you guys know that I'm sorry I was in the middle of a tour, but then end up talking to another lady, and then all three of us began talking. And as I was recording, I'm like, I'm editing right now. I don't want to have to go home and edit something because they were playing music. And so I just asked the ladies, like, are you all in control of the music? And she said yes. And I said, well, can you turn it off really quick so I can record a clip, because I can't have the music in the background. And she was more than willing and happy to do so, and just smiled at me the whole time while I was recording and asked me while I was done. So I was like, okay, if asking for what you want was a person, yes, thank you. So I was just excited that happened, like, and she was more than willing. So y'all better start asking for the things you desire. Okay, so also, one thing that I realized and I brought up in therapy today was when I am going to coffee shops or working somewhere outside of the home, I realize that I am more productive, I'm more focused, and I am able to get more things done. And she brought up that my therapist brought up that she is the same way. She works in the office some days. First of all, my therapist is a Black older woman entrepreneur, picked intentionally. I've been working with her for like the last 2.5 years on a very consistent basis, and I'll get more into that in a little while. But she also brought up that when she was in college, she was the same way, and she worked in the library, and that made me realize, like, wow, when I was in college, I could not, when I was in the dorm, I could not work in the dorm. When I got my own space, when I got my own place, I could not. And then I also been living in this house since I was at UNCC. So when I never studied at home, I always went to the library after classes, and I banged out all my work between classes. I was in the library, like, so it made me realize, like, I've always been this person that have separated the two. And yeah, so I didn't even think to put the two together, that yeah, this is how you function when you were in college, or just throughout your life. You sometimes needed to be out of your regular environment, because when I'm home, I'll be in the middle of something. I'll think to do laundry. Oh, did I have to take dinner out? Do I need to meal prep? I'm thinking about everything else that needs to get done outside of what I'm actually working on. And then, as you guys saw, I don't have coworkers really, you know? I work for myself. And so when I'm out and about, I see other people who may be entrepreneurs, may not be, but they work from home, and they need to get out of their natural environment as well, or their home environment. And so you just never know who you're gonna run into. Before I went home and I was the same spot, I met a pilot, a guy who was studying to take his test, and we had a great conversation. So that's just something that I wanted to bring to you guys who maybe works from home but struggles to have that work-life balance. Sometimes you got to separate the two, and maybe it's just once a week. Like, this is something I just started doing a few weeks ago. So I'm like, if I can just be intentional one day a week at first to get out the house, eventually I want to do two. But for right now, if I can dedicate one day a week to working outside the home, I'm great. Okay, as for me going to therapy, I know a lot of people who are as consistent with it, but I also wanted to give a tip. For me personally, and everybody is different, I feel like being on this journey with me, and me meeting on a consistent basis, I do therapy once a week. Some days or sometimes she'll say, you want to stretch it out for another week, and I'll do every other week. Pretty much based on what's going on in my life, how much I want to talk about. I'm feeling like that's the way she judges my sessions. If I have a lot on my mind, I'll do, every week. And for me, it has just been really, really beneficial. Sometimes, because it's tools, it gives you tools. And I feel like sometimes when we're not exercising the things that we learn, when things happen, we don't know where our tools are. It's harder for us to reach them. But if we are working on it on a consistent basis, it's easier for us to go in our toolbox and know exactly where we left that. I do know some people who decide to wait until something major is happening, and I feel like it just makes the things that I'm going through a little bit lighter than what it could be, because these are tools, these are things I'm constantly being reminded of. And then again with my daily affirmations. So pretty much, don't put your mental health on the back burner, or don't put talking to a therapist on the back burner. And especially if you have a job where you have insurance and that insurance covers it, get the bang for your buck, get what you are paying for. And it's another form of self-care, and it doesn't have to be something tremendous going on. Like, just being an entrepreneur, right? I could be talking about something going on in my business, and my therapist honestly has been a resource. She has brought things out of me just by me having a conversation and her being able to pinpoint something. She has been able to bring things out of me that I didn't even necessarily know was in me, or a gift or a talent that I didn't even realize. I'll just be talking and she's like, it's funny that you say this, because that. She's been able to provide other tools and other resources, and I'm so grateful for her. So, ways that you all can get connected to a therapist. If you already work in the mental health sector, a lot of times they have, with my job, I believe it was called EOP or something. It's like an employment opportunity program, and they will give you a certain amount of therapy sessions for free. And then if you have insurance through that job, they will also, a lot of times it could be free. You may have to pay $50 every session or something like that. It really depends on your individual insurance plan and what your job offers. Also, betterhelp.com. You can go on there and find a therapist. Therapy for Black Girls. It's a podcast, but they also have a website where they have a list of therapists. So I definitely recommend you guys looking into that. It is like, I don't know, having almost a little bit of a one-sided friendship, because sometimes in friendships, you don't talk to your friends every day, and then when you get on the phone, both of you guys have so much to say that you may feel like you didn't even get a chance to speak or vent about what you needed to talk about before the phone call was over. Being that I have worked with my therapist for so long, I do ask questions, and I have been able to learn about her life and a little bit about her entrepreneurship journey. Of course, she's into private practice and she works for herself, and I just absolutely love it. For me, I wanted to go with an older woman. Oh, my light just died. Okay, we can roll with it. For me personally, I wanted to go with an older woman, someone who had a bit more wisdom and life experience than I did. So she's a little bit older than my mom, and that was very important for me. I wanted to go with someone who looked like me, and I also wanted to go with someone who was an entrepreneur. When I began with her, I knew I wasn't yet an entrepreneur. I was still working, but I knew that this was something that I was striving for. And early in my life, I always knew that I would be successful. I just didn't know how to put all those pieces together. However, I knew that in order to be successful and stay successful, I would need to prioritize my mental health. And I was listening to someone who, I don't even honestly remember who it was, but I know it was someone who at that time I admired, and they talked about therapy on their journey to success, and they talked about the importance of having a therapist and a relationship with a therapist in your back pocket on this journey. So that was something that I took note of, and as soon as, I wouldn't say as soon as I was able, that's a lie, because I could have started the journey through my, with my insurance. I could have started the journey way longer, but there was a time in my life where I was like, okay, this is something that I need to dive into, and I need to, keep this relationship. I will say sometimes the first therapist that you go with may not be the one for you. So don't be afraid if you feel like something is not working. Don't be afraid to go, try a different therapist. Try until you find someone that you truly connect with and someone that you can be vulnerable and honest with, because that is where you're really able to grow and stretch yourself. If you're in therapy and you don't feel comfortable and you can't be honest and you can't be vulnerable, you're not really going to get out of it what you could. Moving on to the next thing. So yeah, think about therapy as preventative care. The same way you go to a doctor and when you look on your insurance, when you do your yearly checkups, that is looked at as preventative care. You're checking things so you can get it before, something major happens. So that's what I look at therapy as. It is preventative care, and it's something that at this point of my life I actually look forward to doing. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I hope that I said something that was valuable. If there's anything that you would like to know or would like for me to discuss in my daily vlogs, please feel free to leave a comment down below. If there's any particular video you would like for me to do, leave a comment down below. Talk to me. Let's have a conversation. Also, when you guys are liking, sharing, and subscribing, that is the things that is going to help us to build this community, and that is what will get other people's eyes on my content and then essentially help me to grow. Because listen, I am claiming it this year. I am going to grow my community. I am going to work on consistency, and I will be monetized by the end of the year. So I can't do that without you guys sharing and putting new eyes on my content. So I will say it once again, please like, share, and subscribe with people. Please like, share with people who you feel like it will resonate with, and then don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys, and I will see you on tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mwah.